Dear farmers, gardeners, and livestock keepers. In today's video, we'll explain livestock management inside the system, how to create a plan for livestock or poultry, and how to track both the plan and the animals included in it. If this is your first time visiting the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. This is Mohammed from Eyes of Jasmine Farm. And let's start. From the Farming Operations dashboard, we can access livestock management in several ways. Through the statistics cards for livestock plans and the animals available on the farm, or from the active livestock plans section, which usually shows 3 active livestock plans and lets you view all plans by clicking View All, or from the quick access area at the bottom of the dashboard by clicking Livestock Management. From there, we open Livestock Management. Here we can manage livestock and poultry in an organized way, track their status, numbers, production, and related tasks, all in one place. When we enter livestock management, we'll notice that plans are divided into 3 sections. Planned, the plan has been created, but the animals have not been brought to the farm yet. Active, the animals have been acquired and are currently in the breeding or production stage. Completed, all animals in the plan have been removed, either sold or consumed, and the plan is finished. If your account is new, or you haven't created any livestock plans before, you'll see a message that says, No Planned Livestock. You'll also see a clear button, Add your first livestock plan. At any time, you can also create a new plan by clicking the plus icon in the bottom corner. Let's create a new plan. Step 1. Choose the type. This means selecting the breed or animal type you want to raise. You'll notice the system includes a wide range of livestock and poultry breeds you can choose from: chickens, ducks, geese, pigeons, goats, sheep, cattle, and more. Search for the breed you want and select it. If the breed you're looking for isn't listed, please write the breed name in the comments, and if you have a photo, that would be even better. We'll add it to the livestock and poultry catalog in the system as soon as possible. Once we select a breed, you'll see that the system provides information and a description of the breed we chose. Click Next to move to Step 2, where you define the following. First, shelter location, where the animal will be kept, meaning which barn or pen on your farm. Here, we can clearly see the importance of setting up your farm locations properly and creating sub-locations. That way, if you have more than one shelter for different breeds, you can select the correct one for this plan, and everything stays organized and clear. After choosing the location, you enter Acquisition Date, when you plan to bring the animals to the farm. Target Production Date, when do you expect production to start? You'll also notice that the system automatically calculates the expected production date based on the acquisition date and the breed's average maturity age. And of course, you can adjust the calculated date. It's important to make these dates as accurate as possible, because the system will use them to create automatic tasks, calculate the plan progress, and send you reminders and notifications. Accuracy also helps you plan and track everything more effectively. Click Next, and you'll move to Step 3 of creating the livestock plan. Here you'll enter the breed details such as the number of animals, heads, you plan to get, their average age, the production type you're planning for this breed, such as eggs, milk, meat, or multi-purpose. You can also specify the management system that suits your approach, intensive, traditional, or any other method. Then choose the health status, excellent, good, or needs monitoring. You can add any additional notes, such as where you plan to buy the animals, feed supplier details, or anything else you'd like to track. Click Next, and the system will show you a plan summary. If everything looks good, click Create. The system will take you back to the Livestock Management page, and you'll see your new plan added under the Plan tab. And we can see that a new card has been added for the breed we created a plan for, and the plan status is Planned. Let's look at the information shown on the card. A photo of the breed and its name. The plan status in this case is Planned. The shelter location where the animals or birds will be kept. The expected number of heads to be acquired. The year of acquisition, the average age of the animals, and their production type. And there's also a button to confirm that the animals have been acquired and brought to the farm. We'll come back to that in a moment. Now let's click on the card to view the plan details. The first thing we see is an overview of the animals in the plan. This page works like a dashboard for the livestock plan, anytime you want a quick snapshot of the plan's status. It gives you a fast summary without needing to open a lot of detailed screens. Production type, number of heads, and right now it shows the number planned to be acquired. Age, which gives you an idea of the average age of the animals in the plan. Shelter location, so you can see where the animals are housed on the farm. And below that, you'll also find key information such as planning date, expected acquisition date, target production date, the management system being used, initial and current counts, which currently reflect the planned number of heads. At the bottom, there's a breed information section that gives you a quick description of the breed, its maturity age, and average weight. And you'll notice a message telling us that there are no animal statistics yet, because we haven't brought the animals to the farm yet. Next, we have feeding and health. Here, the system shows you a well-organized feeding table, arranged by the animal's age stage. The idea is to give you clear guidelines, such as what type of feed is most suitable, notes on water and hygiene, tips for transitioning between different age stages. Below that, you'll find the health protocol and the vaccination schedule. This section highlights key diseases that require vaccination, along with the recommended age for each vaccine. Now let's go to tasks. Just like we saw in the crop plan module, the system also creates automatic tasks for livestock plans, including tasks such as preparing the shelter, acquiring the animals, initial health check, purchasing feed and setting up a feeding schedule, creating a production collection schedule, regular cleaning, weekly monitoring, vaccinations. Of course, you can edit the existing tasks or add new ones. For each task, you'll see the title, due date, status, priority, and category. And when you complete a task, simply click the checkbox next to it. You'll notice the system marks it as done and updates its status to completed. Now let's go to the financial summary. Here, the system tries to give you a simple financial snapshot. Total costs, total revenue, profit and profit margin, return on investment, ROI. Of course, at the beginning, many of these numbers will be zero. Why? Because we haven't entered any actual costs or sales yet. So where do the costs come from? The cost of the animals themselves. Operating costs, feed, treatment, maintenance, and so on. Finally, we have sharing. We'll leave that for now and cover it in a dedicated video. Now, notice on the card or inside the plan, there's an option called Mark as Acquired. This means I had the plan prepared, but now I've purchased and received the animals, and they are currently on the farm. When I click it, a simple form opens. Actual acquisition date, actual number of heads received, acquisition cost of the animals. As soon as I submit and confirm, the plan becomes active, and its status changes to animals acquired. This step creates a clear distinction between planning and real-life execution, and it helps the system calculate everything correctly. And we can see right away that the number of heads on the card has changed to match the actual number we entered when we updated the plan status. Now, if we click the card to open the plan details, we'll notice a clear difference in the plan dashboard. At first, the head count in the stats was 0, but now we can see an animal statistics section showing total animals and their average age, gender distribution, health status, production status, and you'll notice that the statistics are still all zeros. Why? Because we still need to add the individual animals to fully activate the plan in practice. Here, we also see a new tab called Animals. When we open it, we get a table for the animals in the plan, but it's still empty. So let's add an animal by clicking Add Animal. From here, we start filling in the animal's details. Tag number, very important for identifying and tracking the animal. Name, optional if you leave it empty. The system will generate a name based on the tag number. Gender, male or female. Date of birth or age in days. And you'll notice that when you edit one of these fields, the system automatically updates the other. Enter age in days and the birth date is calculated, and vice versa. Health status, good, excellent, etc. Production status, not producing or producing. Source, you specify where the animal came from. If you choose purchased, you'll enter the purchase price. If you choose born on the farm, you'll need to select the mother and father, and they must be adult animals already available in the same plan. Optionally, you can also add a photo URL, color, weight, notes, such as the name and phone number of the place you purchased the animal from. Then we click Create, and you'll notice that the animal has now been added to the table, and we can immediately see its key information directly in the list. After adding the animal, let's go back to the overview and see what changed. The head count is now 1 instead of 0. The average age has been calculated. A total value has appeared, and the gender distribution chart now reflects whether the animal is male or female. So, as you continue adding animals or updating them due to sale or death, the plan dashboard will always give you the most important, up-to-date summary of everything in the plan. Now, for each animal in the animals table, you can perform several actions, and some options differ slightly depending on the animal's gender. For females, you can mark the animal as started producing or pregnant. For males, you can mark the animal as ready for breeding. And regardless of gender, you can record that the animal was sold or that it died. You can also change the plan status to in production by clicking Started Producing, either in the plan details or directly on the plan card. And if you mark any female in the plan as producing, the entire plan status will automatically become in production. In this case, you'll notice a new tab appears in the plan details, Production Logging. When you open Production Logging, you'll see a dashboard called Production Summary. These are cards that automatically aggregate the key numbers for you. Total records, how many production entries have been added. Total production, the total quantity produced. Total revenue, how much income came from selling production. Total expenses, how much was spent within production records. Total profit, revenue minus expenses. Total births, if births were recorded. Total deaths, if death records were added. Average head count. Of course, in the beginning, all of these will be 0, because we haven't recorded anything yet. Now, to get started, you'll see a clear button, Add Record, or Log your first production if the page is empty. Click it. A new production record form will open, and these are the key fields. Production date, the day the production happened. Production type. You choose what you want to log. You'll see options such as milk, eggs, meat, fiber, offspring, manure, honey, and other. Quantity. How much did you collect or produce? Unit. This changes depending on the production type, for example, eggs, count or dozen. Milk, liters or gallons. Meat, kilograms or pounds, and so on. Quality grade, for example, standard or premium, depending on your classification. Estimated value. This is useful if you want to calculate profit even if you didn't sell that day. So you enter the estimated value based on the market price. Notes, Arabic and English. You can write anything, for example, today's eggs were a bit small, or production dropped due to cold weather, and so on. Finally, click Save. Now notice what happens. Total production is updated. Total records and total revenue are also updated. And if there are no expenses, the profit will be almost the same as the revenue. You'll also see a small section called Production by Type, where it now shows eggs. Scroll down a bit and you'll find the production records table. Here, the system lists every record you've added row by row. Production date, production type, quantity, unit, quality grade, value. And above the table, you have useful controls like filter by type, sort ascending or descending, sorting by fields such as record date. So if you have many records, you can reach any specific day in seconds. If you later discover you entered the wrong quantity or value, just click Edit and correct it. And if the record was added by mistake, you can delete it. A quick tip from me. Keep logging daily or weekly. The key is consistency, because your data is what helps you make the right decisions and gives the plan meaning. And with that, we've covered most of the topics related to creating and managing a livestock plan for a specific breed. From planning, acquisition, and registering animals one by one, to tracking breeding, production, mating, pregnancy, sales, and deaths. And finally, how to record the plan's production. In the next video, we'll quickly go over some recent enhancements that were added to crop management based on your suggestions. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. And remember, this system is completely free and built to serve you. If you have any notes or ideas for improvement, please share them in the comments. Catch you next time.